Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use Klaviyos Track API. So I'm starting off here in something called REPL, which is a way to run programs without actually being in a program. And I'm showing you a client track call from Klaviyo's server into a Klaviyo account. What this API call does is it instantiates a metric within Klaviyo with the proper information, as well as it adds customer information to a profile. So, for example here, what we have is we have these 4 different categories. The first is bought milk, but this could be anything. I could call it bought milk, I could call it placed order, I could call it ordered product or canceled order. The next is my email address. So this isn't actually my real email address, but this email address is going to be used to essentially serve as the unique identifier within Klaviyo, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then the next one is customer properties. So things like my first name, my birthday, city, anything about me are going to go in here. And the next are the properties about the actual event. So I just bought milk, so the items are going to be within the properties. So you can imagine this as my cart per se. And these categories that are broken out, as well as whether or not I'm a cow owner. So if I was to run the script, we'll see it send into Klaviyo here. So what we'll do is we'll go into the system and check out the bought milk. As you see, just now, Andrew at test@gmail.com bought milk. Lo and behold, we can see the exact API call as it came in the JSON tab, or the prettified version within our tab here. So you see the categories here, milk, cart, and dairy, whether or not I'm a cow owner, and the items within the cart. So now that's going to unlock multiple things within Klaviyo. The first is segmentation. If we go here and create a segment, we can say, who has bought milk? And then we can select a condition about what someone has done, and we can say bought milk at least once in the last 30 days, and we could leave it at that, and then create that segment. Sorry about that, I'll show you that extra feature in a minute. So here I am, just as promised. So let's go back in and we can say who has bought milk and is not a cow owner. Or you know what, we can say who has bought milk cartons, and what we can do is we can say who has bought milk who is not a cow owner. So we're going to update that segment, and here I am again. So this is the customer profile where you see all of the things I've done. I've bought milk 3 times because I've ran that API call 3 times. And you'll see here in the bottom right the customer profile properties. So things like my birthday is attached and things like the city are here. What I can do to show you exactly how this works is we have a schemaless database, meaning that anything you send into our system we can ingest without first naming it and mapping the properties over. So, for example, if I was to go back to this REPL and say, you know what, his birthday is at that date, and we're going to add a lives on a ranch, and we're going to set that to no, and then we're going to run that into Klaviyo. If I was to refresh this page, what we'll see in the bottom right is we'll see that lives on ranch property got updated to none. And we'll also see that I bought another thing of milk. So that brings me into this next topic, which is the type of databases we use. So our customer database is essentially a relational database that relies on the unique ID of an email address as an identifier. So because I'm andrewtest@gmail.com, every event sent in is going to populate andrewtest@gmail.com's information further. And everything I pass in, such as lives on ranch, can be updated, deleted, or appended. So essentially someone said, lives on ranch, no. If I wanted to go back in and say, you know what, yes, I do live on, we found out he does live on a ranch. We can refresh this and see, in fact, I do live on a ranch. That leads me into my next point, which is this metrics tab. So as you see here, I've bought milk 5 times now in the duration of this video. So essentially what this does is this is an immutable ledger, meaning that anything can be appended to it, but nothing could be edited and deleted. So for this historical information, I can't go back and edit and delete this. So let's say I have a bought milk, but let's say viewed milk ran into Klaviyo. What you'll see here if I refresh my page is that I have viewed milk and I've bought milk, but after I viewed this milk, I've not bought this milk. So if we take this to a marketing purpose, how do I get this person that's viewed milk to then go buy milk, especially if they're a repeat purchaser? Well, that's what our flows tab is for. So what we can do is we can create a flow called people who have viewed milk. Create this flow. And now what we can do here is based off of a metric. So we're going to do it based on viewed milk. And we're going to say anyone who has viewed milk with the category of carton, because for this example we only want to get people with milk cartons. And then we're going to add a flow filter of what someone has not done or not done. And we're going to look for bought milk. And then we're going to say 0 times since starting this flow. So what this does is this takes everyone who's viewed milk and has not bought milk since starting this flow. So what we can do is we can say, let's wait, we'll give them 4 hours to make up their mind and actually buy a carton of milk. And if they wait that 4 hours, we'll send them an email and we'll say something like, got milk? So what we can do is configure this content using a template. We have plenty of pre-built templates, but for this example, we're going to make our own. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, hello, then we can enter my first name in here. Hello, it's going to say Andrew. You've left, and then we'll grab the item name, milk carton. You've left a milk carton to go stale. Don't forget to buy. And then what we can say here is we can grab the image link here, and then we'll drop the image link in this section in the image. We'll delete all of this. We'll center this to make it look better. And then we'll drop a button in there that has the link to the milk. So we'll grab this link here that we have in the payload, and we'll say, get your milk. And now when we preview this email, what we'll see is we'll see a complete email with the milk carton. Hello Andrew, you've left a milk carton to go to stale. Don't forget to buy, get your milk. Link here. So that's an end-to-end process showing you exactly how to go from an actual Track API call all the way to creating segments, in-depth segmentation, and automations within your Klaviyo platform. Thanks everybody for watching.